When it comes to getting the most out of your child's NDIS plan, we definitely recommend having a bit of an understanding of the budgets and what they're used for. So one of the budget categories is consumables, and it sits under the core funds. With this particular budget, you would definitely be able to use it for purchasing items that are disability specific and related to your everyday needs to help support you in your everyday life. My name's Rachel, I'm a plan manager here at Leap In, and I'm here to answer some of your consumable questions. So the consumables budget, like I said before, sits under your core funds. It's something that the NDIS planner would include in your plan, so then that way you can purchase items that you would need and use every day that is relative to your disability needs. Things like you would be able to get pads or continence aids, and even then some modified equipment that falls under assistive technology, and it is used so then that way you can support your everyday needs and movement abilities. So the essentials to know is one of the most key things is that it can be used or purchase items for up to $1,500. So with that in mind, it doesn't have to be the total budget that you've got towards it, but each individual item can't go higher than the $1,500. It also needs to be reasonable and necessary according to NDIS's criteria for reasonable and necessary that is relative to your disability needs. So these things might even cover things like modified cups, or it could even cover things that are your specific mobility aids and things that can help you to move and have a better quality of life. No, you don't have to only buy disposable items. So you can though, like things like pads or, like I said before, continence aids and things that you can dispose of and that you use on a regular basis, but you also can use things that you would use on a regular basis, such as something that you would clean and reuse again and again to help you with your everyday needs. And again, like I said before, that could be a modified cup, it could be eating utensils, or even other things that you would use and clean. So the type of things that you can buy, so as mentioned before, you've got modified cups, reusable tools like eating and feeding tubes and things that you would be able to support your everyday needs, as well as pads and even then some modified equipment that help you to walk or move or be more functional. So a replacement support is items that are usually not funded by NDIS, so they fall on NDIS's not claimable list. Then there's also a list that can be funded, so if you find yourself wanting an item that is reasonable and necessary to your disability needs, but it's on the can't purchase list, we definitely recommend getting a replacement support. So you can request that through NDIS, and usually you would need some information or a letter of support and some assessment and ability to provide evidence in order to showcase how that would be relative to your disability and how it could help you. So this could be things like small smart devices, it could be things related to equipment or ways of being able to assist you with your everyday life. Yes, you can buy nappies. So that is a question that comes up often, and NDIS would include that in your plan if you have a child over 5 who has some developmental delays and needs help with that with their disability. Unfortunately, no. So things like vitamins, medication, homeopathy, and other medical related purchases are not included in the NDIS Consumables budget. And this is because it usually falls under the medical side of things. So no, unfortunately not, NDIS won't cover these things. So you can usually purchase consumables from disability providers, and we definitely recommend that you purchase items under the $1,500 mark, and those don't generally need a quote. So that's a quick overview of the consumables budget. I hope I answered your questions, and if you need any more information, head to leapin.com.au where our Knowledge Centre has lots of free information.